Galloway, Quinn Kestic, and Kevin Weidel out on the field. And the new defensive coordinator for the Jacksonville Jaguars, Todd Wash, is with this very deep and talented group of defensive linemen. Let's take a listen.
Shoot hands. There it is. That's right. Okay. There you go. Open up that foot. The same thing. You want to slide vertical on that. Okay. Keep your hands tight. There you go. Good. Drop that shoulder. Yeah, on your rip. Drop the shoulder, eliminate the surface area, wrap that rip. There you go. Good. Okay, one more this side. Wrap the rip now. Good, good. Okay, now go the other side. Open. There we go. Open up that back foot. Okay, open up that back foot, and that allows your hips to go. Okay? Wrap your hips right around his. There we go. That's better. That's right. That's right. Good. Good.
Back, yeah.
Tight. See how your hips aren't opening up.
They're not.
Hey, no, as you come like this, you're going like this. And you're stepping here.
Lewis, you're standing right next to this drill as it's going on. What are you seeing?
Slide vertical.
Yeah, Coach Wash is really just getting into the intricacies of pass rush and how you can wrap around an offensive lineman and close and flatten to a quarterback as he steps up into the pocket. And it's really about the nuance of pass rush. It's not just, the game of football can become very intricate. It could become very much so a matter of a couple different steps, a couple different ways that you put your hips, a couple different ways that you use your hands that can make the difference between getting a guy like Cam Newton on the football ground, on the ground, or Cam stepping up into the pocket, buying time and making a play down the field on you. And what he's teaching these guys is some of those things to kind of put you in position so you can sack the quarterback, because that's what D linemen ultimately in the NFL are being paid for. Obviously, yeah, they got to stop the run on first and second down so you can get the third down and rush the passer, but that's where they make their money. He's trying to make them better in that area and give them the tools to go ahead and sack the quarterback, which is fun to watch.
No.
You can see Jaron Reed there from Alabama. You can see Sean Oakman at 6'7" from Baylor wearing number 2. Bill Polian, what do you got?
Well, what I got is a rundown from the Jacksonville Jaguars player personnel director, whose name is Chris Polian, on the various and sundry players here. Some interesting guys, again, timed up with what we saw in the first practice on the defensive line. You got Kafusi, who's a big, on both teams, is really deep. And you're probably, from a fan standpoint, if you're looking at guys that are going to go in the first and second rounds, this position is probably as good a place as any to look.
Yeah, Kevin Weidel mentioned Bronson Kafusi as well from BYU as somebody that's really caught his eye. And you're right, this position, cornerback is very deep in this draft and here at the Senior Bowl, just in terms of how deep it is, but in terms of top line talent and the depth combined, there probably isn't a position better than the defensive line spot at the Senior Bowl. Would you agree?
I agree completely. Also in this practice, let's take a close look at another familiar name, Gronkowski. He's not a tight end like his brother. Glenn Gronkowski is a tight end fullback from Kansas State. He's 6'3", 230.
I'm in one of the deepest groups, probably really the deepest group in terms of depth and top-line talent here at the Senior Bowl. Defensive linemen. We're talking about Jaron Reed from Alabama on the field right now practicing. Sean Oakman from Baylor. DJ Reader from Clemson. Bronson Kafusi, we talked about him before, from BYU. Daddy Nicholas. Noah Spence, former Buckeye, now at Eastern Kentucky. Sheldon Rankins from Louisville. Quentin Jefferson from Maryland. Right now, as the team now gets set for individual group effort, Lewis, you've been down there with this defensive front, both in the previous session with the North team and now with the South team. An amazing array of talent.
Yeah, I mean, you got the guys who can rush inside and outside. Here they're about to start going over a bag drill, really just to get their blood flowing and get their hearts pumping a little bit. But one of the things you can notice here is foot quickness and then acceleration in a short area when they come off of these bags. And you hear defensive line coaches always emphasizing burst. Emphasize that burst, that last step off the bags, because that kind of simulates what you need to do when you're really trying to close on a quarterback as a defensive lineman. I referenced Cam Newton earlier. All the different types of quarterbacks in the league, how do you get them down? You have to burst in that short area and finish them off in order to put them on the ground. And that's one of the things that you can see here. And you'll hear Coach Wash talk about it every time they come off of it. Just listen to him. You hear it burst every single time.
Come on, get out. There you go. There you go, Reader. Good, good. Here we go. Coming back. 2 in the hole. Go. As soon as he gets the third bag, next guy, go. 2, 2, 2, 2. That's right, that's right. Under control, trap. There you go. Burst, burst. Now read. There you go. Good. There you go. Hey, back pedal snaking through. Here we go. Back stick. Efficient, efficient. There you go. Through me. Through here, through here, through here, through here. Go. There you go. Good. Under control. Keep your eyes up. Keep your eyes up. There you go. Good. Stick. That's right. Efficient movement. There you go. Good. Good. Eyes up. Eyes up. There you go. Good. Good. Oak. There you go. Stick. Get out. Same thing coming back. Ready? Here we go. And go. Under control. That's right. Go. Good. Good. Go. Third bag. Third bag. Third bag. Hey, head it out. There you go. Good. Under control. Chin over your toes. Good. That's right, Reed. Good movement. That's right. That's right. Good. Good. Stick. Stick. Get out. Good. You need that one. Starting down there.
Lewis, we saw Sheldon Rankins from Louisville going through the workout here. What impresses you so much about him, and how do you see him fitting in on a defense at the next level?
Well, what impresses me is that he can play with great pad level, great center of gravity. He's got very good body control. You can tell he's just got a lot of firepower, a lot of torque into that body type. You know, at 6'1", he's not the biggest guy. Sub 33-inch arms are not the ideal length, but I'll tell you what, you can just see it here. You can see his body has just a lot of snap to it, a lot of suddenness to it, and it showed up yesterday in individual, and then it showed up in the team drills, which is where you really want to see it show up. See, some guys can look great in individual drills, but then you put them in 11-on-11, and they forget about everything that they worked on up until this point. This is a guy who yesterday transferred it from this part to the team part. So it'll be interesting to see him do it again today, and if he can continue to sustain it all week long, because if he does, it'll just be another part of the evaluation process that he is aced, and then he has to go to the combine and ace that, his individual pro day, and ace that. He'll fit into a 3-4 scheme. He'll fit into in a 4-man front as a 1 technique or a 3 technique. He can play either one. He's strong and powerful enough to do both, and he's quick enough to do both.
You know, you mentioned the inside player that Rankins is. Sort of conversely, Sean Oakman on the outside. I mean, he comes in weighs in at 269 here at practice, but he's 6'7". He's just a different physical specimen than you're going to see really anywhere else. How does that either enhance or maybe work against him at the next level?
Well, the thing that enhances it is length. You look at his arms, he's got really long arms. His wingspan is larger than that of a 6'7" man. And when he gets off and goes up the field, he's got the ability to ward off an offensive lineman and get around him. The big question to me, given seeing his frame up close and personal, is how will he handle the run? Because he's a little bit narrow as compared to the average defensive lineman. Lewis and I are standing here side by side, and even compared to Kafusi, who plays the same position, he's a little bit narrow. But other than that, that wingspan is really impressive.
Yeah, you're looking at a guy here who has he has the waist of a guy who's maybe 6'2", 215 pounds, which is amazing for a guy that big and playing the position that he does. Kafusi's a little bit different, a little bit thicker in his lower body, in his quads, and in his calves, and then through his hips. But really is going to tell the tale for both of them is whether or not they can stay low and play with pad level, because for a guy like Oakman, he just can't get high, especially against NFL offensive tackles. They'll get up underneath him, and in the fourth quarter, they'll be driving him all over the map. So it's just going to be incumbent upon him to stay low. And the low man always wins.
The interesting thing about Oakman is he's got very, thin legs and thin ankles, which means that he probably runs awfully well, but you don't know how much explosion he has in that lower body.
Yep.
These are all arcane things that scouts look for, but it counts. The most important thing, however, is how he does on Sunday.
Well, one of the things I was noticing during that last drill, it's all about footwork, is Jaron Reed, how nimble he is for a guy his size. You talk about Ashawn Robinson getting so much of the pub for that defensive front at Alabama, but this is a guy this year who really came into his own, and he is an unreal run stopper, is he not, Phil?
Yes, he is. He's got punch, which you're going to see right now in this bag drill. The guys who have heavy hands, you will hear that bag go boom. It's like a batter hitting a line drive.
That's right, get back to that edge. Good, speed turn, Coos. Drop your inside shoulder now. Don't give him that surface area. Outside, there you go. Better, good. Rip.
Spence packs a wallop for a guy who's not very big.
There you go, rip, Reedy. Good, open. There you go, speed. Tight. Get that toe pointed. Get the toe pointed. Side of the bag, Reader. Tight. There you go, get that toe around. There you go. Better, there you go.
Boom for a long arm guy. He's got some punch too.
Hold on, wait for the quarterback. Yeah, other side, B. All right, here we go, Daddy. Good. Hip. Tight. Reach. Good. Secure with that left. Reach with your right. Good rep. Good. Trap. There you go. Rip. Tight. Reach. Good. There you go. Scoop. There it is. Tight. Good, Coos. Scoop. Run. Spin. See yourself breaking down on that turn. Scoop. When you get to your club, you point that toe.
Guys, 97 among these defensive linemen is Noah Spence, who we all know began his career at Ohio State, then went to Eastern Kentucky and really found himself again there at Eastern Kentucky. There's a good look at him right there. What do you make of him at the next level? Because not only is he going to have to